Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Dragonflight WoW Retail. We are going to be starting up a rogue today. I have been playing the Balanced Druid on a Night Elf, and to be honest, I haven't really been feeling it. I've kind of liked it. I talked a little bit about how I like the class fantasy of it, but how I don't really like the mechanics of actually pushing the class buttons. It's kind of like a rotation that might be cool in like long boss fights, but out questing in the world, it feels weak. It doesn't really flow really well when it comes to like actually pressing the ability buttons. And I want to try another class. I'd like to find something to take into Dragonflight content. So maybe it'll be the Rogue. I know they did a rework recently on combat, so I am planning to check out the combat tree with this one. I chose to go just into the base Draenei area so I can focus on learning the class and I don't really have to worry about time walking or anything right away. Wanted to avoid Exile's Reach. So here we are.
Be well.
Thank you guys very much for clicking on the video and choosing to join me here on this new adventure. Sorry to those who were really digging the Druid. Like I said, I love like the class fantasy of it, and like the visuals of the spell effects were so amazing. But like the moment-to-moment gameplay, it just wasn't really doing anything for me. And I knew I wasn't going to take in the Dragonflight content, and so I didn't want to keep pushing myself on it.
Blessings upon you.
When I wasn't really having fun.
Blessings upon your family.
Alright, it's been a while since I've done anything here. I really like these areas anyway. I feel like they have a really awesome, just chill ambience, good music, good scenery. We're going after some Veilmoth. All we have to start is Sinister Strike. Pretty standard. We are dual wielding though, so that's cool. I'm also playing a rogue, Orc Rogue in Season of Discovery in Classic. So this might be like a fun little comparison of like how the class was then as opposed to how the class is now. Right away, like, I want to get the resource. I don't need the resource under me. I need the resource above the enemy's head. Let's see if I can figure out how to make that happen here. Interface. Enemy nameplates. You'd think that it would be somewhere in interface. But I don't see it. Let's do resource, personal resource display on target. I think I should be able to do this, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about seeing the health and the resource below us where we don't really need it. Now we can just see the resource up on the enemy. Alright, that should be good. It's really the only change we need to make right now. I am running completely add-on free for this, so nothing here is an add-on. We're not using any UI add-ons or anything like that. Sound effects seem a little bit low. I don't like sound effects to be up too high. I like the ambience to be really chill and focus on the music. But I want to be able to hear them a little bit. So I'm going to ratchet them up. We did learn Eviscerate, which is our finisher. It deals damage based on how many combo points we have stacked on the target. The more combo points, the more damage. I'm noticing that by default we seem to start with 2 combo points. Like, well, that time we did. Oh, we're saving combo points from enemy to enemy. Which is obviously very different than Classic. So if I build up combo points here, like, we keep them. They're not specific to the enemy anymore. That's nice to know early. So we can carry those over. Do I want to notch like the ground clutter down a little bit? Maybe I do. Sometimes to me there's like too much ground clutter. Let's see. It's already at a 5. Jeez. That's kind of like an interesting thing. I'm curious to know, like, what do you guys prefer? And you can leave it in a comment below. Do you like to see, like, all the ground clutter? Or do you like it more, like, bare so you can actually see the character and the things going on. Like if I turn ground clutter all the way up, this is what it does. And my only problem with the ground clutter is how tall it is compared to the character. Which, like, yeah, it's like kind of realistic, but it's like we're walking through a cornrow maze. It's like, it's almost too much, you know what I mean? Like, if we zoom out just a little bit, like, our character becomes obscured. Whereas if we notch it down to like a 4, then, you know, we still have like some texture to the world, but look, we can see our character. I kind of like it like this, but I want to know what you guys feel about it. Let me know. And on that, we should probably get this quest turned in. Also, let me know about the sound settings. So let me know if the music is up enough, if the ambient noises are up enough, or if anything is too loud. And if you do leave feedback on the audio, letting me know what device you're listening on, whether it's like a TV soundbar or headphones through your PC or your smartphone, that helps me out as well.
Good health.
To kind of dial in the audio experience for the playthrough.
I hope you find something useful. Remain vigilant.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Dionis Aka, may your days be long and your hardships few.
May the light embrace you.
Alright, so we're going after 8 volatile mutations, and we're gonna heal a Draenei with our racial ability Gift of the Naru. We've also opened up Cheap Shot. Requires stealth. I don't plan to do a lot of stealth, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up so that I can shift in and out easily. It is there on the stealth action bar. Stuns the target for 4 seconds, requires stealth. I don't plan to do a lot of stealth. We'll see how that goes as the playthrough proceeds. We have a pretty cool stealth animation for our Eredar skinned Draenei lady. Pretty neat. It would almost be worth it to have like a small energy bar beneath the combo points, so maybe you could also see your energy building up on the enemy. Like just a thin yellow energy line. Maybe that would just be like too much clutter. But I do sometimes find myself glancing down to my left to check out my energy levels. I guess I could leave the resource here, but I don't think that really helps too much because mainly I'm looking up here at the enemy. So If it were just beneath where my combo points were, that would be a neat quality of life thing to have. I'm sure I'll kind of just get used to how much like stuff costs and kind of be able to tell when I can hit my next ability without having to look to see if I have energy.
Each day is a blessing. Seek the path of the light.
I was thinking maybe for this character, maybe we'll do some Warlords of Draenor questing. We did Pandaria on the Druid, and that was nice to see. There's probably like 1 or 2 more Pandarian zones that I'd love to spend time in, but I'd have to do it on a different class.
Safe journey.
Like, the beauty of the Pandarian zones made me stay on the Druid like much longer than I otherwise might have. I also I aesthetically liked the Druid. I loved how the spells looked, how the character looked in star form. But like, it was just the moment-to-moment pushing of the buttons that was like, it always like felt a little awkward, and it just wasn't really a lot of fun, to be honest. It felt like something that might be better like up against raid bosses, when you can kind of work on, you know, like you're shifting into your astral or sun form and focusing on those abilities. It seemed like it'd be better for like longer term fights.
Safe journey.
But for questing, it was kind of tedious. And I've never really been a fan of Feral or anything that like shapeshifts you permanently, because I do enjoy looking at my character and looking at the character animations. Alright, we're going after 3 corrupted flowers and 10 lasher samples. Oh my god. Another player? Impossible. No. It actually happened, guys. We ran into another player while leveling up in retail. It's crazy. It hardly ever happens. And the reason it hardly ever happens is it's not necessarily because nobody's playing the game. A lot of it has to do with how many different areas that you can level up in. You know, you have 20 years of content that players can be spread out through. You know, if you're a long-term player, you pick your leveling campaign, you pick and choose where you want to go. And if you're a new player, I mean, you're funneled into Exile's Reach, and then I think, where do they send you these days? I guess maybe they don't send you into BFA anymore. They were funneling new players into BFA. I'm not sure if that's still what they're doing or not. I really think that like new players should start in the race starting areas. You know, you maybe do Exile's Reach and then drop you in those starting areas, but I'm not really I'm not a big fan of like the Exile's Reach BFA path for a new player to the game. It never really struck me. I'd rather maybe after you do Exile's Reach, just drop you in like places like Goldshire, you know? Like drop you in those starting areas. Maybe not in like the utmost starting area, obviously. Like you got 1 to 10 in Exile's Reach, but then drop you like in the next zone out. I think that would be a better experience. Even though a lot of that content is old, it still really stands the test of time, and it gives you a really good idea about what WoW is. Like from the roots of it. I think that'd be a better experience for a new player. Especially over BFA content. Unless they make a way so that like a new player could just level up in the current content. You know what I mean? Like a new player does Exile's Reach and then you're going to Dragonflight content. And then you do your whole, you get some kind of experience buff and you do the whole 1 to 70 leveling through all the campaign content of Dragonflight. So like a new player that started today, they would reach max level by doing Exile's Reach, going to the Dragon Isles, and just doing the story campaign stuff. Like you do all the story campaign, that way you get to see all the patch content, and that gets you from 10 to level cap to 70. I guess that would be ideal for me. Like, if you want to put new players into newer content, put them into the newest content, and then let them get their level 10 to 70 in Dragonflight or in whatever the new expansion is. That would be a way to do it. And like with level scaling, it's definitely possible, you know?
Greetings, friend. Favor the road traveled by few.
Dionis Aka.
Good fortune. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Kronakai Christor.
We have reached level 5. Alright, so we have to go into the middle of the lake and disperse a neutralizing agent. That will deal with the radiation. We have to inoculate some of the Nestlewood Owlkin and find some emitter spare parts while we're out that way. And we got Sprint, which is awesome. Oh, I realized that the ones that are mutated are no longer aggressive. I'm pretty sure these used to be aggressive. Not today, they're not. No real reason to kill them. You don't get a lot of kill XP in retail. It's one of the biggest things I wish they would change. I wish they would up the percentage with which kill experience counted towards your overall level. So like maybe multiply it by 3. Like if you watch our XP bar, and I shouldn't be killing this guy, but just as an example. Yeah, see how it, like, you know, it barely moves. I feel like they could, like, double or triple the kill XP. And that way, like, you know, it doesn't really compel people to grind, but it makes it worth it to kill additional mobs in an area. You know what I mean? To kind of carve your path through. Like, right now, I'm going to ignore all these guys. I could wish they were aggressive, so I might have to deal with them, but without getting a bunch of kill XP, like, I'm not going to bother fighting anything. which in my opinion makes the quest a little bit less engaging. When there's nothing aggressive nearby and you're not incentivized to fight enemies in an area, it kind of makes questing feel more innocuous than it has to. At least to make them aggressive so that there's like something at stake, you know. You know, I might as well use stealth a little bit. I honestly forgot that in retail, you move as fast in stealth as you normally move. Like, there's no speed slowdown. So, like, I could hang out in stealth if I really wanted to. We probably could have hearthed back. Hearthing back might have been like 20 seconds faster, but I guess at this point it's fine.
Kai Christor. Remember the lessons of the past. Blessings upon your family.
May the light embrace you. May your days be long and your hardships few. Light embrace you.
Alright, level 6, we got Kick. Let's move that down here on the action bar. And now we're going after the missing scout.
Arcanon Poros. Remain vigilant.
And now it's time to kill Blood Elves. I know it doesn't really fit or make sense, but I really do appreciate and love being able to be a red Eredar skin Draenei. I think it's really, really cool.
Anaria Shola.
Anu Belore Delana.
Another player. We've seen 2 players today. That's maybe a record for leveling up in retail. And they're gone. They were there and then they were gone. They're like mid-conversation, we walk up and just casually kill one of them. This guy does not react.
Anu Belore Delana.
He must have just been terrified.
Good fortune. May your days be long and your hardships few.
We are getting tendies. That actually feels good. The fact that I can get on it, I can play the game, and I can work towards cosmetic rewards, it's pretty good. We won't talk about like store stuff, but I do like the trading post in general. Let's equip the gear we got. Looking classic. We're looking classic. Looking good. And I think we can hearth back from here. Probably would be a little bit faster than running back.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Do not lose faith.
Oh wait, we had a quest to kill her. So wait. We killed her to get an item, and then we got a quest to kill her, even though we already killed her to get the item. Oh dear lord. Oh dear lord. What have I done? I am such a noob. I kind of remember that now. Like, yeah, you kill her to get the item that begins the quest to come report back, but then you turn in the kill quest, and then that guy tells you to go kill her, and it's like, I guess the idea is You would have killed 10 of them first, you would have turned that in, then he would give you the quest to kill her, then you'd kill her and get the item. I prematurely killed her, guys. I should have been more patient with my slaughtering of Blood Elf ladies. I acted too soon. So now we have to do the long run back, and then we have to run back. All that delicious running. At least the music and the ambience is nice. Since we have hooves, like, our kick should deal some additional damage, I feel like. I feel like that only makes sense. I love being able to walk out of here completely unaccosted. We need to start hashtag make Azeroth aggressive again. Just make it aggressive. At this point, I think even new players can handle it. You know, you don't scale the difficulty up, but I do think having all these mobs, like, the ones that make sense to be aggressive, just making them aggressive again makes sense. Make Azeroth aggressive again.
Arcanan Poros.
Let's grab an item that, well, I mean, it's not gonna be an upgrade, I guess. I don't know if we can equip swords or not. I'm not sure. Maybe we can.
Good health, long life.
It looks like we can. Yeah, we can equip swords right off the bat, so... I mean, it doesn't really look like a sword. It still kind of looks like a dagger, but... apparently that is sword-sized for us.
Warm wishes to you. Be kind to those less fortunate. Dionysaka.
And with that, I believe, yeah, we're on to Azure Watch. So we are going to be heading down the road a ways. That's a nice view as you're entering the new area. I like how like the ground kind of like sweeps down before you and you can see all the way off into the distance. That is a really nice view. Might even be our thumbnail shot.
Arkinan Poros.
What a beautiful and underrated zone. I love it.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Seek the path of the light. Remain vigilant. Open your heart to the light. May your days be long and your hardships few.
May the light embrace you. Be kind to those less fortunate. Remember the lessons of the past.
Lots of quests to grab
The
here.
Naru have not forgotten us.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Dionysaka.
Good fortune. Remain vigilant.
Warm wishes to you. Safe journey.
Open your heart to the light.
All prices here are reasonable. Be kind to those less fortunate. Favor the road.
Alright, let's set our Hearthstone here, and I think this is where I will stop for
Seek
today,
the
guys.
path of the light.
I am really excited to get more into the journey and start learning the rogue class. I do tend to prefer melee classes that are weapon based, so I'm thinking that I'm probably going to dig the moment-to-moment gameplay of the rogue more than the balanced druid. And I'm curious to see if they did anything significant with the combat rework. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you're digging the content, leaving a like, subbing to the channel, ringing the bell, all that stuff helps me out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other, and we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.